Alright, so incoming, we have a little something about to happen here off frame left. And it was a little wild. This gentleman on his bicycle collided with the semi-truck. Don't worry though, he's okay. You'll see he gets up. What's worse is that the guys in the truck, both the driver and the passenger, didn't even roll their window down, let alone get out of the truck and see if the guy that slammed into the side of them was okay. But the craziest thing about this is he's riding a fixie bike with no brakes. So kudos to that gentleman. That's badass. Always a nice sunny day here in downtown Los Angeles. This building you may have seen, it's kind of been trending on social media. And I thought, well, hey, I've been looking at this building for the past 12, 13 years. Let me get a little shot of it on our Sony RX100 Mark VII Pocket Cam with its little 24 to 200. I think the biggest question about this building is how the hell did they get up there? I could not have written this shot to land better though. I mean, that is so awesome. That guy just happened to be walking. Swear to God, I did not plan that one. So yeah, I just thought we'd do another walk and talk here, folks. You might be able to see in the reflection there, I'm loading up the Leica M3 with the Kentmere Pan 400 black and white 35mm film. And we have the 28mm on there. It's been a while since I've been using the 28, but I just thought it'd be fun to talk through my wins and my misses, but here you'll see my wins aren't that incredible. But I don't know, I kind of like this photo for what it is, but here's one that I was bummed out about. You'll notice this woman is handing the bananas to the gentleman, and you'll see I raised the camera, but I didn't take the shot. There's always those moments where I freeze up, and if I wait too long, then I go, nope, you missed it. And then you'll see me turning around and lamenting, feeling so bummed out that I didn't just take the shot. But I don't know, I think there's a lot that happens to me too. Here you'll notice though, I did not realize this guy was a cop until afterwards. So we're gonna play this again and take note there, down there on his waist, he does have a badge. And he was not keen on me taking his photos. You can see he gave me the dirty stank eye there at the very end, and he also noticed the GoPro right at the very end there. He looked down the barrel of the camera there. Here's an instance where there was a very hard shadow on the building and I didn't notice it until the photo. And I was like, wow, I thought there was a problem with the development. And then I later came back to realize, like, oh no, that was how it was on the day. It was just really harsh. This is one of my favorite intersections in all of downtown. Another one where I thought, should I take a shot of this? But I don't know. We'll let the GoPro get it. But yeah, it may have been another missed opportunity there. This gentleman or person walking towards me here with the umbrella, I thought this could be cool, but then you'll notice, yeah, they're kind of attention seekers. If they want attention too much, I don't like to take their photo, but I did notice this frame left, and I thought this turned out okay, but this may be an example of you may need to view my photos on a larger screen to appreciate them, but maybe that's just a cop-out of me because I suck that bad. But this guy looked down at the last minute, and I think it actually worked better. It just kind of, his stance looking down was kind of rad. Again though, it's been so long since I used the 28mm, and it's not great, the framing and the composition, right? It's pretty horrible. This guy's super bright Dodgers jacket caught my attention, and I know it's black and white, but I think it still prevented a nice contrast from the foreground to the background with that super blue velvet jacket. I wanted to share this because it's like, yeah man, it's been a while since I've been downtown, but it's hurting down here, man. And this is a prime example of that. And this is a work week. You know, this is a normal work week here, and it's just really barren. And it's gotten way worse in the past 13 years I've been here. But even in just the past couple years, because I've only been doing street since 2022, and I've been shooting downtown since the beginning of doing street, and it's just gotten worse, honestly, just in the past couple of years. So just wanted to share that with you guys. This guy caught my attention. He was fixing his do-rag in the reflection here, and I don't know all the lights of that jewelry, but I know it's black and white, so that purple's not gonna show. But I just thought it was still, this might be another, might have to view this on a larger screen to appreciate it, but I think it still turned out okay, just black and white. But yeah, just a normal sunny day in downtown Los Angeles. Here's another example of where I feel like my inner focal length is probably more like 100mm. There you see, like there's no way I can get the photo of that. Hone in on the details. And this is another prime example right here coming up where nobody on social media really caught this. But again, social media, Instagram is such tiny. So even for us here, I thought maybe I should zoom in on this and kind of show you guys how my eyeball works. So it's like, yeah, 28mm is probably not for you, bro. And of course, I just love the architecture all over downtown LA. This is LA Times right here. And I just try to, you know, get a few things, B-roll with the pocket camera. Here's an example of how sometimes I just don't quite know what I want in terms of the photograph. This guy probably felt like I was stalking him. So I just seen the guy with the mop. I knew there was a photo here, but I'm just not the one to deliver it. You know, it's like, I don't know. Maybe I should have followed him longer, stuck with him more. Here's another example, like I tried to steal outfits. Yeah, it's like, what else can you say this is? It's like a horrible paparazzi photo or something. This little trio, guys, they're really cool. They're always down here, so stay tuned in the future. I shot on some Ilford FP4 Plus and snagged a photo or two of those guys. Here's a prime example of I saw this couple walking across, or they were about to cross the street here, frame left. They're off camera right now on the left side. This is another famous intersection downtown LA. This is Pershing Square. I've shown this in a lot of videos, both on this channel and my big main YouTube channel. And but anyways, I saw this couple about to walk across, and I was like, should I walk and you know, meet them halfway on the crosswalk? But nope, instead I opted for the lazy edition and went with the side profile shot. I'm so mad at myself. I want to get away from doing those profile shots. I used to be really good at kind of like crossing in front and snagging the shot as I'm crossing in front of them. I forget what famous street photographer recommended the way to do that. Anyways, now we're out. We had a lot of work done on the van, and so we wanted to take it for a pretty long ride and see how it is. So we ended up way out in Victorville. This is kind of some kind of famous social media spot here. I don't know, kind of cliche stuff here. So I try my best not to be cliche when I'm in cliche spots. But all in all, you know, I'm a sucker for abandoned things. And so this is what happens here. As you notice, we now are on digital. So I did shoot alongside the Leica M3 with the Sony A7C Mark II. The black and white, of course, is still the Kentmere Pan 400 with the Leica M3. And there's Marianne. Kind of feel bad sometimes. Maybe I get too wrapped up in the photos and things, and maybe she was just trying to have more of like a chill moment with her husband. But no, she knows how it goes. But yeah, I should try to get better at that. Like, we don't need to always be making photos and things. Sometimes we can just take memories with us without, you know, whatever. But there was something that I was more interested in that was beyond this little kind of trending tourist spot. Something I noticed as we were pulling in. And again, yeah, I'm kind of a sucker for old abandoned vintage stuff. I think a lot of us are. As cliche as it may seem, it just kind of fits the mood, certainly of like black and white film. I don't know. Again, maybe that's just cliche for me to say that. So yeah, I took this one on both the digital and the film, and I don't know, you'll notice here with the film, because I was wider with the 28, I was wanting to get more of that crooked antenna above the house. It's very kind of, plus it was a very overcast gray day. Yeah, I don't know, I think I do prefer the black and white film on this one though. So I had the 28 Voltlander Ultron on the M3, and then a 40mm 2.5G lens on the A7C Mark II. Very overcast day, and of course it did end up raining, and you'll see a little snag of that too when we take off out of here. Yeah, so this was an instance where I was really trying to get all of this in with including the bicycle on the pole there. And yeah, I knew that I had chopped it off. I just knew Now, you're probably wondering, like, yeah, I definitely had to use the external 28mm viewfinder with the M3. I've shown that in other past videos here. And then, you know, maybe some nice cliche album cover shots. I'm always kind of in that eye zone, I guess. It just seems like a lot of things people hit me up on Instagram and they say, this could have been a good album cover shot. I feel like that's how this boat shot is. I don't know why. So yeah, and then we definitely got rained out. I mean, that was our first location we went for the day, and then I just nabbed these on the way out. And there was a certain kind of creepy eeriness to this lot. Maybe it was this weird white cross, but it kind of reminded me of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something. Certainly this film shot here, I absolutely love that. Again, maybe you need to view these on a larger screen to try to appreciate them. So then on my birthday, Marianne took me out to Temecula. Here we go again, poor Marianne. She's just trying to have a picnic in the park, and I'm just videoing the tortoises with my pocket camera. And yeah, there's not a whole lot in Temecula either. It was, I think at one time it might have been an interesting tourist town, and now it's just kind of like, it's pretty barren, to be honest. Sorry for all of our Temecula residents out there. I'm sure it's fun. It was just a very, very desolate day, I guess. But you know, you try to do what you can do, and I was really, when you're getting to the end of the roll, you're just like, I just want to finish it off, and then boy, you don't get anything really to write home about, but I don't think I ever do much anyways. But yeah, if you want to check me out over on Instagram, I'm at the Freeway Life over there, or my website to see things in a bigger scale, justinfilm.com/stills. Thanks for watching, guys.
And if you have the proper luck and the holy endurance, the gods just might deliver.